Hi Gemini, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for July. Hope everybody is well. I do want to take a quick second, Gemini, to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every single Gemini out there, so guys, take what resonates for you, leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that the energies can reverse. So if it is resonating, get in where you fit in. But as always, Gemini, don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Gemini? Gemini. Energy of Gemini. All right, Gemini, you are starting out with the Nine of Swords in the reverse. You have the Five of Coins, and coming out together, we have the Two of Coins along with the Four of Cups reversed. Okay, so I can see that you're trying not to worry about something. You're trying to come out of an energy of anxiety, worry, concern, losing sleep. But at the same time, there's a loss that you're experiencing here. Now, for some of you, there's a financial loss. You're worried about your monies, because I do see that for somebody, you've had like a unexpected financial loss that's affecting you. And you're trying not to be as concerned or as worried about it. But this is a love reading, so with regard to connections, I do feel like you've gone through some kind of a loss here. I feel like you feel a bit abandoned or rejected in this situation. And I do feel like you're kind of trying to let it go and trying to find your balance here. So some of you could be, trying to come out of this energy of anxiety. But I do feel like it has caused a lot of anxiety for you. You may even be feeling like you were disrespected in this situation. Let me see who's in your energy. Show me who is in Gemini's energy. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Hermit in reverse. And we have the Page of Cups reversed. All right, so the person that's in your energy, Gemini, I do feel like this is somebody that they're dating. I do feel like this person is dating. They're going out with different people, or they're going out with friends perhaps. They're definitely very social. And this is a change in their behavior, because at some point here, this person was kind of keeping to themselves. They were trying to like figure things out. And now it's like they're all social. They're definitely out and about. I do feel like this is somebody who is a relatively happy person, but they do struggle sometimes with their emotions, and I feel like they don't like for anyone to know that. I also feel like you may hear from this person after a period where you haven't. There could be some communication. I do feel this person, has different options in their life. If they move towards somebody new, it doesn't look like that worked out. They do still have feelings for you, but they're keeping those to themselves. So let me see the energy between Gemini and this person. You could be dealing with a Virgo. King of Wands in the reverse. Neither of you are taking any action towards each other. Yeah, you're trying to actively demonstrate to this person that you're good. You don't care. Everything's good. There's a sense here of you presenting to this person that you no longer desire any kind of connection with this person. I do feel like at some point this was a very passionate connection though. And now both of you are going out of your way to kind of show each other that, that passion's done. I'm not worried about it. You're kind of like acting unbothered, unworried. They're out here going out with friends, dating perhaps, meeting new people. And neither of you are taking any action towards each other. You could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius. Show me what is affecting this connection. The Ten of Cups. Yeah, you're both wanting to find your happiness here. You're both looking for emotional fulfillment. Again, I feel like at some point there was emotional fulfillment in this connection. But I feel like something happened. Either you walked away from them or they walked away from you. It looks like they walked away. And I feel like it's kind of left both of you looking for that emotional fulfillment. This person's been searching for that, actively searching. And I also feel like this is somebody who feels like the way for them to find that emotional fulfillment is by finding someone new, because I see them searching for someone new here. Yeah, and I feel like sometimes you go through periods of depression with regard to this connection, but you wouldn't show this person if it was if they were the last person on earth. You just don't want them to know that you have these feelings. Show me the outcome at the end of the week. So I feel like you're kind of keeping a lot to yourself. You're hiding a lot. The Hierophant in the reverse. Yeah. So you're feeling a loss in this connection. And some of you may even be feeling like you didn't realize how much you did care for this person. But I also feel like you've made this decision that you need to let this person go in order to find your own happiness, your own peace, in order to find balance in your life. This person in your energy, I feel like they may have actually moved towards someone new, or they could have had someone new in their life recently. That has ended. Yeah. Bottom of the deck, Three of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, if you're dealing with a Cancer, a lot of these same cards came out in the Cancer bonus reading. So if you're dealing with a Cancer sign, you may want to look at that that bonus reading. I think I put it out on Wednesday. But Three of Swords in the reverse, you're both healing from heartbreak. So I don't know what happened here, Gemini, but it broke your heart. It broke their heart, and you're both healing. All right, so let's see why the Nine of Swords is in reverse for Gemini. Yeah, there's the Eight of Swords in the upright. You're acting unbothered, but I feel like you truthfully are. We have the Magician in reverse, and we have the Star in reverse. You actually are really thinking about this person a lot. You're thinking about this situation and why it didn't manifest. Some of you are questioning if you have what it takes to actually have this relationship. I feel like sometimes you feel hopeless. Sometimes some of you guys are actually going through some depression. But there's a sense here of feeling like your dreams were crushed. And you are up in your head, you think about it a lot, but you would never want this person to know that. So I feel like you're hiding your feelings here, but there's a sense of confusion and sadness, loss. Why is the Five of Coins here? Yeah, Ace of Pentacles and the Death card. Yeah, you're feeling a tremendous sense of loss here with regard to this connection. And you actually would like to have this connection back, but I don't see you taking any action towards that person. You would like to take this connection back and have it transformed into something new and stable. But I don't see any action. I feel like you almost feel like you have to release this person. You have to let this person go. It's like it's this Tower type of energy, even though I don't have the Tower card here. It's an energy of something literally having burnt to the ground. And with it, your happiness. There's a sense here of sadness and, unhappiness. Now, for those of you, like I said, that you may be having some financial issues, having to rob Peter to pay Paul because of an unexpected expense, it does look like you have a large sum of money coming in, and that's going to be helpful to you. Let me look at this bottom energy for Gemini. Show me the bottom energy for Gemini. King of Swords reversed. Queen of Wands. And the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, you're realizing that you actually have still some passionate feelings for this person. That they were your soulmate. That they were your divine partner. But at the same time, I feel like you're angry. You are a bit angry with this person. And I feel like a lot of you have decided to move towards somebody new yourself. Because I see a new energy in your energy here. Some of you have made that decision that you're just going to move towards someone new. Even though this person you feel like is your person, you're very angry with them. You're very angry with them, and you feel disrespected in some sense. I definitely feel that there's still passion that's there. Some of you may reach out to this person, but I feel like most of you are moving towards someone new as well. It's almost this energy of knowing that this person is moving towards someone new or dating, and so you're kind of like, you know, I've got to move forward too. I've got to let this person go. I've made this decision. You're pissed off about it, but you're going to take the action not towards this person in your energy, but towards this new person. So let's look at this person in your energy and see why they're showing up in your reading. Spirit wants the Three of Cups here. Two of Coins and the Six of Wands. Yeah, this person feels like the situation between the two of you was unbalanced. That being in connection with you in some manner caused a lot of unbalance, and that any kind of reconciliation would just contribute to that. This is somebody that is pursuing their own success, and I do feel like they want a successful relationship. Why is the Hermit in reverse? Why is the Hermit in reverse for the person in Gemini's energy? The Empress in the reverse, and the Three of Wands reversed. Yeah, this person's been doing soul searching. They've been trying to figure out how to calm their spirit, how to manifest what it is that they want in their life. I feel like they're very impatient. There's a sense here that this person is in a bit of lack mentality. And it's coming about because there's a questioning of their self-worth and their value. And I do feel like it was somehow connected to something that occurred in this relationship or this connection. Now, for some of you, you may have left this person out in the cold and you may have gone to pursue another connection. But regardless, this person has been questioning their value, questioning their ability to manifest what it is that they want. I feel like they're impatient to create what they want. And I also feel like this is someone who is trying to figure things out. They're trying to figure all of this out. Yeah, so I also feel like they are frustrated. This is somebody that's frustrated with the situation. And when I say the situation, I'm not even so sure that they're frustrated with the situation with you. Although that's part of it, they're frustrated because they feel that they've been looking for these answers, trying to figure this out, maybe even doing therapy or, you know, talking to somebody to try to figure out why they're not receiving what it is that they want, why their ships aren't coming in, you know, questioning a lot of things about their own energy here. Questioning how it is that this happiness is going to be reinstated in their life, because they do want to be successful here. And so I feel like they're doing a lot of questioning in their life right now. But they just feel like, you know, they've put in the work, they've tried to figure things out, and it's just not coming through the way they want it to. Why is the Page of Cups here. They also feel like that this relationship between you and them is not where their future is. They may feel like this was a false twin flame, or they could have been at one point very nurturing. Now they're no longer nurturing, and it's because they don't feel that this is the right connection. All right, we have the Four of Swords, Nine of Cups, and the Seven of Wands reversed. Yeah, they're very focused on what it is that they want. Their wish fulfillment. They feel like this connection is something that they had to heal from. That it left them feeling powerless. It left them feeling neglected, like with a lack of growth. And this person is now, you know, basically saying, yes, I still have feelings for Gemini, but at the same time, I'm not going to fight for this connection. They're healing their own energy, and they're very much focused on what their wish fulfillment is. Now, let me see the energy between the two of you. So they're trying to heal. Like I said, I feel like this was heartbreaking for both of you. All right, Wheel of Fortune. Knight of Cups reversed, and the Page of Swords reversed. So yeah, you both still have feelings for one another. There's still passion there as well, but neither of you are expressing this at all. You're not expressing feelings or emotions. You're not, you know, taking any action towards each other. I feel like for you, Gemini, you've decided to, you know, take action to move forward. I see it in the energy here. I see it in this energy here as well. I feel like you're trying to basically turn that page and move forward, and you're thinking that that's what's going to bring you happiness. That's what's going to bring about a change in your circumstances. And so even though you have these feelings, you're not going to express them. You're not going to come towards this person. And this person in your energy is doing a little bit of the same thing. They're not talking to you, and if they are, they're not telling you everything, particularly about going out or dating. I do feel like this is somebody that, you know, is omitting things, and they feel like they don't owe you, you know, they don't owe you any kind of explanation, and maybe they don't. They also have those feelings that they're holding back as well, though. You both are. Why is the Ten of Cups here for what's affecting this connection between Gemini and this person? Yeah, King of Cups reversed. You could be dealing with a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. We have the Eight of Wands reversed, and we have the Five of Wands reversed. So the happiness is what's being blocked here. Any kind of happiness in this connection is being blocked. There's a, you know, a lack of communication. There's a lack of change, and, you know, it's happiness that's being blocked. Why? Well, because you're accepting the ending of this connection. A lot of you have moved on towards something new that you're hoping is going to be stable. And even though this person is still somewhat in your energy, I feel like you have a lot of deep feelings, Gemini, but you're not going to express them whatsoever. You could have even physically blocked this person, or they could have physically blocked you. You both want to be happy, but I feel like this relationship took a downward spiral, and neither of you were happy. And now it's a matter of both of you trying to heal from this. The person that was in your energy is not going to fight for this connection because they don't feel that this connection is where their future is. And I also feel like, you know, there's just a blockage. They feel like you both kind of feel like there's just not going to be happiness in the connection. Let me see the outcome. But there's these unresolved feelings on both sides, and I think that's why this person is showing up in your energy still. Okay. I'm sorry, I've got to figure out where I'm supposed to put the cards because a bunch popped out here. All right. Six of Coins reversed. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, there it is. Six of Swords. 10 of Swords. And the Hangman reversed. So I do feel like you're both going to be moving forward, but you're not going to be moving forward together. You both want peace. You're both agreeing that there was a lot of chaos here. I feel like for you, you feel that this relationship was not balanced. And I feel like you're slowly moving away from this person. There, like I said, there's still some residual energy here. But you're angry with this person. Even if you're trying to say you're not, I see the anger here. And I do feel like you feel this person has not given you an equal give and take. There's a lack of balance. You may even feel this person, you know, breadcrumbed you. I see you moving forward with somebody new, releasing this person, letting them go. But this is a very difficult transition for you. You are going to successfully do this, but I feel like it's going to be slow. You're going to slowly do this. And then the further you move from this person, the more you'll pick up speed. Now, in their energy, I feel like they have really withdrawn from this connection. And it's because they felt very powerless in it. They felt like it wasn't going to grow. It wasn't going to go anywhere. So that being said, this was very painful. There's almost a sense that this person feels betrayed in some manner. Although I'm not seeing why that is. You're feeling that they weren't honest with you, or that you're angry with them. They're feeling a bit betrayed, but it's just very painful for both of you. So they're trying to look at this from a new perspective. They're trying to release this, let this go, but it's been painful. It's a very painful ending. They're going to be moving forward as well. They're very much so focused on success and focused on, you know, their wish fulfillment. I do feel like this person right now does not want communication, and they're not going to fight for the connection. So they could have physically blocked you as well. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Coins. This is underlying energy, Gemini. And it does indicate that once you heal, that you're going to get back everything that you have lost here. So whether it's in the form of this person or someone new, and most likely somebody new is the way it looks, you are going to receive back everything that you feel that you have lost. But it's going to require you to heal in order for that to happen. All right, so let's pull an oracle card for you. I'm pulling for Gemini. All right, Gemini, you have number one, there is a reason you have those dreams. It's called the Mystic. It's talking about intuition, being a visionary, high priestess. So give me a second and I will read you that. Your affirmation says, I trust that I am a powerful visionary. You're a mystic. Stop doubting your insights, visions, and dreams. Your magic and intuition are on the rise. You are more powerful right now than you might think. Trust that there is a reason you have been given these things at this time. A hidden layer just beneath the surface will soon appear. Take special note of any visions, peculiar night dreams, new desires, new life goals, or seemingly random ideas you'd like to take action on. Have you had any recently? Ponder them and pay attention. Perhaps there is one or more coming. You are a strong portal of connection. It's time to take a closer look within. And when you do, don't invalidate yourself. Believe. Take inspired action and heed the signs. There are omens pointing the way, patterns, signs, and repeating themes. Observe, allow, and listen. Spirit says go deeper and be bold in your endeavors. Trust the dreams and desires you are inspired by. There is a reason they are yours. You have magic within and are capable of divine insight. Trust in that, and your intuition will grow and deepen every time you do. Every relationship grows with trust and consistency. Your connection to your magic is no different. All right, I hope that this has been helpful for you, Gemini. If you have resonated with this reading, please hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. And until I see you guys in your next reading, Gemini, namaste.